Chipster, what is up, Chipster? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. What's up, Chip? Ashman in the house. Ashman. The Ashman cometh.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Well, what's happening, brother? How are you, sir?
Good. Look at the view.
There's a little bit
Nice.
of a glare, but you can see some of
Yeah.
it. What is happening, dude? I'm looking for Haley and our buddy uh what's his name? Wasn't there a guy that used to be on here, Chad Reb something?
Chad something.
Yeah, man. So we are here in Vegas. That's Vegas behind me. It's Mardi Gras. So I
Nice.
got my Mardi Gras beads on. But they don't know that here in Vegas. They don't care about Mardi Gras. Hey, there's Haley Beth. Let's see
Yep.
if we can get her up here. I lost her. There she is. There she is.
There's Chad.
And there's Chad Rev. All right. Let's get that dude up here before he escapes. Now, let's make sure we got Chad here. We got Chad. We got you, buddy.
Working on it, bub.
The return
Hello.
of the return of
Hey.
Chad Rev Art. All right. 1, 2, 3. Miss Haley.
Haley Beth. Maybe.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the Gin Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, owner of Haley Dot. I'm a diamond dot artist. Tonight's highlighted guest is Chip, and tonight's featured guest is Coach. Take it away again. And let's welcome back to the Gin Project Show, Chad, right? Chad.
Thank you, Haley Dot.
Good job, Haley.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Haley.
added that. Gin did not
Good
know
job.
that.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for welcoming
Good
me
job,
back.
Haley. Appreciate you.
I did that. I did a little surprise for everybody.
Right on, Haley. Outstanding job.
No, somebody should, next time, somebody should be like, wake up one night, fell
Thank you, Haley. Great job. Appreciate the intro and the welcome back from Mr. Rev.
You're
Art.
welcome.
Let's put Mr. Rev Art up there for just a minute.
Oh, no.
Apparently,
Uh-oh, you froze up, buddy. Did he freeze up for you too?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
just me?
I think we need a little.
Oh, he's seriously frozen up, like ice cubes. Yeah, he's all like,
We could all pose like him.
guys, gals. Okay, guys, gals, welcome to the Gin Project Show. Much from Haley Beth, from Haley Dot for doing the intro. Gin is back. There you are, buddy. You were frozen.
yeah, y'all were all frozen.
Yeah, well, we were actually all here, and you were frozen. So you know.
Cool. Go with
Oh,
it.
freak! No, he's not. Oh, pow! Y'all need to get one of these right here. Whoa, big! Look at this right here. You need. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You need one of these, ladies and gents. Go over right now to my homie's Linktree, and he's got these, and you need one. You need one. They're excellent.
The great Chad Rev Art has returned, Chad.
Man, it is
so
great to be back.
Before we bring the chipster on here, you got a couple things you might want to say or anything? I mean, we'll bring you back up, but
Sure. I'm going to start out. I'm going to do this as briefly as I can, but my inbox has been bulldozed with messages, and I hear that some of my friends might have the same situation. Hey, Chad, where's Chad? Are you okay? Yo, guys, it's been 2 months basically, and I am great now. I'm going to give you a real quick run over as fast as I can. I had about a dozen things happen all at the same time, any of which by itself would have probably crushed me. So, yeah, I had an uncle die. I had some dental work. I could go on for quite some time, and I could. I spread myself too thin. There's a ton of things, but I had to step out and I had to take care of some stuff. My father needed me around a little bit more, and I would highly advise any and all of you that if you find a time in your life where you are extremely spread thin and you're about to pull your hair out, that you need to take a step back, you need to take a deep breath, and you need to handle your business. Because sometimes you get a little heavy on one hand and the other hand gets too light and things don't get taken care of. So I needed a couple of months to go and do these things. And I will still be doing a lot of these things forever. Ezra, welcome in, brother. So yeah, I do appreciate, I cannot thank enough my homies here. Gin has always had my back since day one, and he has never even left a shadow of not having my back. And I could not be more grateful for all of this aside, the friend that I have in this man right up here, guys. I want you all to know that. Thank you so much. I'm pretty.
You are kind of pretty.
But yeah, again, I want to thank you, dude. Not only for all this fun stuff. Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ezra.
so much. But I want to just thank you for the backside of all this stuff that everybody gets to see, man. A lot of folks, when I needed to do what I needed to do, would have been like, yo, homie, you know, you're on your own. Because it was open-ended. I was like, dude, I don't know how long it's going to take me to take care of this. And you know what my dude said? He said, you know, we'll touch base on that subject every couple of weeks until you're ready. Yeah. So, again, dude, I love you, brother. I really do. And I couldn't be more appreciative that this crazy, squirrely social media platform that we're all on delivered you to my world. So, thank you. Thank you. Next, Ash.
Wouldn't be without you, bro. Wouldn't be here without you, man. You know?
Man, I love you, homie. I do. I do. Ash, dude, we were friends before this, but we weren't friends on the level to receive the kindness that I received from you over the last 2 months doing what you have done. You have gone above and beyond any kind of friendship that we were even able to build before all this happened. And I owe you the world, not just here on TikTok, but as on other platforms as well. If you guys haven't noticed or haven't been there, I don't know where you've been, but we gave birth to the Low Orbit Lounge, and then I had to scat. I had to get out, like literally opening night. These two dudes and some other of our homies that are here tonight, they picked it up and they carried it. So guys, I don't want to talk on here forever and take up the whole show, but I wanted to thank you guys both for treating this situation and myself the way that you have. Ezra and the Volta Agency is no different. I found out today that I haven't been getting notifications again. Ezra's been sending me messages and checking up on me on another platform all the time, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Ezra, thank you. I love you, homie. If you guys need a really, really, really excellent human for manager, that's your dude. And all the people who wrote me, thank you so very much for checking on me. I'm going to wrap this up now with, guys, take a break when you need it. Thank you for being all who you are. I'm back in the saddle to cause as much chaos as I possibly can because it's wild out there, so you know it's wild in here. And the Chad Rev Art Show is not coming back yet. We'll see if it's needed. If we have a big mass following that says, hey, you know, the people have spoken, then maybe we'll talk about it. But as of right now, I think that this show that you're watching right now is the best show on TikTok or any other social media platform. And I was there when it was given birth to, and I'm going to ride it until it falls under the ground. And so thank you guys for supporting this show with or without me. So, yeah, I've been working on this. Been doing stuff. I got good news. We can save that for a little while later.
Oh yeah.
No, show
You
us
wanna
your
see it?
post.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Show us your
You wanna
post.
see it? Okay.
Chip's
Okay,
cool,
I
man.
can do
Chip
that.
ain't gonna be mad at us for getting him on a couple minutes late.
Well, you
Chip,
know,
man, forgive us. We're gonna indulge our art side here.
I'm just so appreciative to be back. You know, I don't want to like take up everybody's clock and set everything off. You know, like
You're
everything
Chad
ran
Rev
so
Art.
smoothly.
Yeah.
This is the Gin
Well,
Project show.
gone.
You do what the you want here.
You guys don't know how true that is, and I didn't until the last couple of months, but I do know now. Oh, Mama, thank you so much. It's so. I'm not gonna get emotional.
Let me say this.
It's so good to be around you guys, all of you.
Let me say this, man. I feel you on the Ash Man thing. I'd like to say a couple words about Ash. He like you said, man, it all went a little sideways there. And Ash was there the whole time and stood right in, didn't ask anything, didn't make any crazy demands, just was there to help. And I'll always be grateful for that. And the conversation we had was, you know, anybody that doesn't understand that Chad is my friend and Chad has an open door, and when he gets ready to walk back in, and it'll be like he didn't leave, is mistaken. And I would hope that that's exactly how it worked out. And if there's anybody out there that has any doubts about how I feel about Chad Rev Art, the man has the keys to the castle, and he gets to keep them no matter what, regardless, forever. So that's how it is around here. Chad Rev Art is always the other half of this show. We now have a third portion of it, which is the Ash Man. And make no mistake, Ash Man earned every second of it. And we are both super grateful for that. So Ash Man is not a placeholder. Ash Man earned a place. So thank you, Ash Man. I appreciate you, brother.
Fixture.
Love you guys, man.
Yeah, dude. Ash, man, you found a place in my heart and in my mind that a lot of people won't ever find. And if they do, it's really hard to do. And I'm always looking for good humans. I'm always looking for the helpers, like Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. And y'all, I ain't blowing smoke or gassing them up. Ashman is a fine example of a human being.
He's a solid cat. Ashman is one solid cat.
So yeah, Gen and I were on a live a while back just by chance, and somebody said something about my return. They're like, "So is Ash gonna leave?" We were both like,
No.
Like, are you crazy?
Not unless he wants to.
Right? I mean,
then we gotta have a talk.
Here's the piece, man. This is what I've been working on. I actually,
God,
the last
so
week
cool.
or so, have been back to work on it. Today I was doing a lot of detail work in this bottom back area, making the division between like the base and the creature itself. You can see I kind of came in. It's still got a lot of cleanup to do, but I did all of this line work in through here, dividing up even the heart and back in here. You can see this side needs a little more help than this side does, but even this side still needs some cleanup.
Dude,
The drop's blocked in.
Well, welcome back, Chad. And God, that sucks, man. Now
I
to
know,
you, Chip.
dude. Chippers.
Just kidding, bro. Man, that is an absolutely amazing piece.
No.
That's fantastic.
And,
I'm like, I've already clamped it in. I'm like, what's up, Chip?
that is an amazing piece of work there you got, sir.
Thank you, sir. Whoa, I got a big old hawk. Look at that. There you
We're gonna get back to all the symbolism in that one piece one day here, but we're gonna bring our buddy Chip up now. Thank you for sharing that
Please
with us,
do.
Chad. Glad to have you back. Anybody that don't know that's who I roll with, now you know, Mo.
Now you know.
Now you know.
And now you
So,
know.
y'all, the next person we have up here, Ash and Chad, is our buddy Chip 76. Chip 76 is also Volta. Welcome to the family, sir. We don't often talk about that a whole lot, but everybody you see on the screen is Volta. And I'm going to say a couple minutes on that real quick, and then we're going to turn Chip loose on y'all about some photography. Say what people can say what they will about agents and all their different experiences, but the one that I have is Ezra at Volta, and I have that person in my corner because Chad was in my corner, and Chad was already a member, brought me in because I became a guest on his show. And I've had nothing but good experiences from that point forward, up to including physical, technical support like microphones and that kind of thing that somehow Ezra got us to win some sort of contest on. All the way to technical support. I have a myriad of texts back and forth with Ezra trying to solve tech problems. And the most important thing is, I've been able to call him and say, hey, this is what's going on. I need the time to do it. And he, no questions asked, again, do what you got to do. So there would be no way to hold places. There would be no way to do what I do and to do what Ashman does and to do what Chad does and to do what Chip does. Because Chip can tell you gain haters quick doing this. And the truth of the matter is I am able to stay on because of Ezra, because of Volta. And we were able to expand onto other platforms that we are now having a really good time on because of Ezra, because of Volta. So you don't hear us say it a lot. We're not the kind of people that try to like evangelize and tell you to believe what we believe or do what we do. But I can tell you this, if you're looking for somebody, Ezra is absolutely 100% has your back. And I am speaking from experiences because there are lots of folks out there would like me not to be talking to you right now.
That dude.
So thank you, Ezra. Chipster.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Go ahead, Chad. You had a thought?
No, I was just agreeing with you about Ezra. Yes,
Right on.
absolutely.
So we are all Volta. Congratulations to Chip, who is a new Volta member on all the platforms, as far as I know. I don't know if is all that done already, Chip. You're good.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ezra don't mess
Look at
around,
you
man.
go.
That's our dude, man. So congratulations, y'all.
Yeah,
You can find this man on multiple platforms. And it's my fault that we're running a little bit late tonight, Coach and Eve. But we got return people, and we got folks I wanted to make sure to get on here. So I'm about to turn it over to my brother Chip 76. For y'all that don't know, this is another guy that I think a lot of. And if you don't know why, then maybe look around and figure out about why you're around the people that you're around. Because Chip is a good man, and as far as I'm concerned, he's never been anything but kind to me. And he even will have a little fun going back and forth, and we get to pick on each other a little bit, so that's fun too. And he don't take it personal and send me hate mail and get all upset at me. I got an amazing magnet with some of his art. I just don't have it with me because I didn't want it to get taken away from me going through the metal detectors and shit. So I'm gonna have to show you some of his artwork when I get back to home base.
Took mine in for safekeeping.
But Chip has been nothing but good. Check him out. And he's in there too. Anything but good to me and to Chad and to Ash. And Chip is one of the people behind the scenes that is the reason that we do this show. So Chip, Thank you, brother. Welcome to the Volta family. Congratulations, my
Yeah.
friend. There is no one more deserving than you. And we're going to do a quick transition after you right into Coach.
All right, man. We can keep it. We can keep it short. I don't want to take up his time.
No, do your thing, man. Do your thing, sir.
I know most of y'all know that I do my photography and I do artwork. I sell most of my stuff on TikTok. I normally post videos of whatever I'm selling and whatever I have available. Most of my artwork is one of one. My photography now, I run like 5 to 10 pieces of each one, but every now and again I'll do a one-of-one picture. But just doing my photography and my artwork.
And so we're gonna get you on here periodically, once a month, once every 6 weeks or something, and hopefully you'll give us some little photography lessons, some little tips, some basic stuff. We got Eve in the chat, and Eve recently did a little quick lesson, which was great. Just the basic stuff. We had Chris Major on to give us a little crochet lesson. So Chip's going to be here, and he's going to be filling in. We had Rule Gardens in a couple times, and Rule's got that bonsai thing going on. Rule ain't no joke, man. Y'all got to up your game to mess with Rule now. He's the real deal. That's my guy right there.
His bonsai's on point.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah.
and he also is another guy like Chip here that is nothing but supportive of other people. Great dude,
Yeah.
fantastic human being.
Yeah.
But this is about Chip right now, and Chip over here is another one of those cats that behind the scenes over the last several months has Chad won an event recently. He went to his daddy's house and he cut one of his fucking French posts down. And then he carved that into Frankenstein and won a contest at Cutsaw with it. That piece right there.
Love it, man. Love
And
that.
Chip
piece.
was on
Awesome,
point
isn't it?
for that whole project. Chip was
Whole
there.
thing.
Running the chat, helping out. Whenever I'm doing a flow state, Chip comes in when he's available and helps out, and is just an amazing guy. So I'm stoked that he's going to have a reoccurring part on here, and he's going to come on here, teach us a little bit about photography. Do you have one tip tonight, Chip, you can give us on if somebody was thinking about getting into, or maybe a couple? It don't have to be just one, but I mean, just a couple of little basic things to think about if someone maybe wanted to get into photography.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you, how can I put this? If you have a hobby, there's always somebody out there who appreciates that craft. Don't be afraid to put your work out there. Don't be afraid to get out there and show your stuff, because somebody's going to there's somebody for every kind of artwork.
Right on.
But I started off when me and my wife would go anywhere around Western North Carolina, around the mountains. Anywhere I seen an old cabin, an old car, I took a picture. And to me, it was a memory for me and her. It was just a memory photo. And one time I made a video on TikTok and showed a bunch of my photos off. And one of my TikTok buddies sent me an inbox and he said, "Whose pictures are those?" I said, "They're mine." He said, "Do you sell your photography?" I said, "No." He said, "Why are you not selling your photography?" I said, "I just never thought about it." I said, I take pictures as a memory for me and my wife. I said, he's like, "Chip," he's like, "there's somebody out there that's going to buy your photography." And in the last 2 years, I've had real good success selling my photography. So if you've got somebody in your corner who's going to back you, who's going to support you, I mean, like you, Glenn, like you, Chad, and now Ashman's come along. I mean, I've got people in my corner that, I feel like I have a good support system, and I feel like if I put something out there, they're going to say, "Hey, man, that's good stuff." Or if there's something that they know if there's something that they know that I could move my hobby up to, then I could go from there.
Absolutely, man. And the thing about it is, Chip, is the versatility, right? Being able to do
Yes.
more than one thing sometimes is what being an artist is about. Like literally, you guys kind of make me think of it about that in those terms. But
Well, when I started off doing my photography, I was doing basic stuff, and then I started getting into doing black and white photos, and then I started looking into doing photo restorations. And then I started learning how to do the cartoon edits and doing the funny edits that I do. I just, and it's not pointing the finger at me, but I haven't had anybody show me that stuff. This is stuff that
right,
I've learned on my own because I want to hone in on my craft and be better at what I'm doing, and maybe like the photo restoration. There's a lot of people that don't do that. And to take
Yeah.
an old picture and take the wrinkles out and the creases out and the little acid marks off of it, that's something that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't do.
right. I like it because it's old school, man. I dig
Oh
it
yeah,
because
Yes.
it's old school.
and I try to keep it. I try to keep the old school vibe and not take away from that. But I try to give people a good picture because that might be a piece of their family history, or
Yeah, you put your heart into
Sure.
it,
Right.
and the results are
Yes.
fantastic, dude.
I
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah.
Man. I really do, Ash.
Yes. And we got SA Artistries in the chat, Chipster. And anybody that knows me knows how I feel about SA's work. SA Artistries is my absolute favorite artist. And she's a demonstration of what you're talking about, Chip. She puts the work in, dude, right? Figuring it out, experimenting, trying things, and that's part of why her stuff is so dope, right? You got to be willing to try stuff.
And I'll tell you one thing again. Out of everything that you have on your wall, that big piece that SA Artistry
It
did,
stands out.
That's hands up. That's my favorite.
Me
That's my
too, man.
favorite of everything
Hey,
you got.
and it's next to some of my favorites: Can Do and Kira Wilson and Aaron Hammonds and
I
Eric and
love everything
Eve and
I love everything that you've got, man. But that piece right there that SA did, that's
yeah.
top notch, buddy.
If my house catches, I don't even want to speak that into existence.
No.
But let me say this.
No.
Let me say this: my wife, my dogs, my cats, and that painting in that order. And then I got some things that I grew up with. I'm gonna need to get my hands on, but that painting is gonna be first and foremost in my head of what I need to get up out of.
Right.
That painting might be a better representation of who I am than I am.
I think either one of us would be like the fire department get there and we'd be running out covered in smoke, carrying nothing but like canvases and screaming. Ah!
He's like,
Element Rose.
save the basement, save the basement.
Right.
Element Rose is in the chat, y'all. Another absolutely amazing artist. If you're not familiar with Element Rose, check Element out. Chipster, man, thank you for coming in today, telling us a little bit about what you do and what you're going to be doing. We're going to get you on a reoccurring rotation, man. You'll be giving us a little bit of photography lessons if you don't mind. And, hey, man, we appreciate you, dude. You're our
Hey,
guy, man. You know that, right?
I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. You have no idea.
You are, dude. You know that, right? You know you are, dude, right?
And I know that you're the one that lives closest to me, but I would love to shake every one of y'all's hands. I mean, y'all are top notch people, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. We look forward to your segment on here, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Now go on, get. Y'all, we got some amazing folks in the chat. Thank y'all for joining us. Good to see you, Vicky. Thank you, Mama. It's great to see you, Stitch. Good to see you. y'all hadn't been on much this week. I'm in Vegas, hanging out with my lovely wife, who the poor thing has been throwing up for the last 18 hours. But
Mrs. Ginn,
we're working
get
on
better.
that. We're working on that. But we've been having a good time and just kind of chilling, getting to spend some time together. I think maybe she ate something that didn't agree with her, so hopefully we'll get through that. But thanks everybody for coming out and hanging in. Thanks everybody for showing up. Hadn't been on all week. The last time I was on was the Ginn Project show last week. So if you got Coach in the chat anywhere, if y'all see Coach, please send Coach up. Coach, if you're in the chat, please throw your hand up. The guy that we are having on tonight, I met through our dear friend Eve's Artistry. And anybody that knows me knows that Eve is my friend. And I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about that. Eve's my people. But I met Eve. I'm messing with you a little bit there, Eve. I met Eve, I met Coach through Eve. And her and MC and Laura and Coach painting, and I come across these people, and they're all just doing amazing work. And Coach here is speaking of doing. Let's see if we can get him over. There we go. Coach.
There we go.
Coach here is another one of these Renaissance men that you run across here, like Ash or like Chad, and Coach, the first thing that I noticed about Coach was I heard somebody say he hadn't been doing this for long, and he was doing an oil painting, and it was fantastic. And I'm like, man, if he hadn't been doing it long, what's going on? So then he was like, oh, yeah, Ginn, you'll love him. He builds guitars and shit. I'm like, wait, what? So at any rate, then she goes on to tell me, oh, yeah, and he does these other things too. So finally get a chance to talk to Coach, and he shows me one of his guitars, and it's impressive. And then he shows me another one, and I don't want to tell you too much about them because you'll probably get to see them later. And there's an electric one, there's an acoustic one, and they're equally impressive in the materials used and how they were made and all of that. And there's also a Lego guitar in play now, Chad Revart. So I know you didn't know about that one, Chad. Chad's going to be excited.
No, I did not.
He's going to be excited about that. Coach, I really appreciate you coming on, man, and we crammed a lot in that last 30 minutes. And full disclosure, Coach and I did his interview today just because both our schedules, I'm traveling and he's coaching. He works. And so we kind of had to figure out how to make it happen, and we did. So my hat's off to you, Coach, for getting that done. And I'm excited to have you on. There is nobody more deserving of somebody shining a little bit of a spotlight on him than this man right here. He's humble. He's quiet about what he does. He's not going to talk much about himself because that's just how he is. We're going to have to keep reminding him that the show's about him, fellas. So when he starts talking about his friends, kind of redirect. Help me keep him on track here. But, Coach, thanks for coming on, man. It's really good to have you on.
Thank you very much for having me on. This is an absolute honor. I can't say thank you to all three of you enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being
Man.
on, man.
Thank you, yeah.
Ash, Chad, y'all have. Let's go, Chad, since he's the veteran. Let's. Chad, do you before we get going here, man? You got any comments for Coach?
Man, I didn't know about the Lego guitar. I'm pretty excited about that. It's a couple of my favorite things combined there.
I
didn't
ordered
know
strings.
you
I was
knew.
gonna have it. I was gonna try to string it up, but my just didn't have time to do it. But we'll have to imagine what it sounds like.
I got a good imagination. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Yeah, and I can't wait to see your work. He said you haven't been doing this very long. That's new to me. I did not know that. I have not been carving very long, so I'm excited to hear about your story.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, just a little over 2 years. So
I'm
And-
almost 2
and
years
like-
carving.
like us, he has a black cat. You gotta have a black cat to be part of the super villain
Right
league.
when it's time to start talking, it comes and jump. You see it jump on the guitar behind me. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that.
Dude,
She's gray, but does Awesome Possum count? Because I don't have a black cat. She's my cat.
Awesome Possum works.
I am in love
Okay.
with the work in the background already. Like the Pink,
Oh, thank you.
Pink Floyd, Star Wars, and then a Star Wars themed guitar. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad to have
You're
a front
good-
row seat.
You're in good company here today, man. You got fans.
Yes.
You are on
Yes.
the show
This
with
is
fans.
I picked a good time to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So Coach has been an educator for 22 years, and let's kind of just take you back to the beginning. Coach didn't have a childhood; he was just born a college athlete. He would never tell you this, but Coach is a 3-time All-American in the long jump. That's no joke. 3-time
What?
All-American in the long jump. He carried the Olympic torch for the 2001 Winter Olympics. He was part of the torch relay. Coach is a very humble but very accomplished man, y'all. He's not going to tell us these things. We're going to have to drag them out of him. I had to literally fly to where he's at, jump on his back, and ride him around all day until he just got tired and told me these things.
That's probably
Kinda
the
like that
thing
Monty Python
I'm probably the thing I'm most proud of that I've accomplished thus far is the accomplishments I did in track and field. That was a really, really good time in my life, and I really enjoyed it, and it kind of set the stage for what I'm doing now in education and coaching, and I'm pretty proud of that stuff.
Right on, man. So a 3-time All-American. I guess you probably must have taken it kind of serious, huh?
As serious as I could be in college. It just sorry, I got cat hair just flying everywhere. It started out with not really knowing what I was even going to go to college for, and once I finally started figuring out how to work out and how to do things, it got really, really fun, and got to the point where at one point in time I was ranked number 3 in the nation. So it's a good story I have to tell my track athlete. We just started track this week, and I'm able to tell them, if you put in the work, you're gonna have good things happen. And I don't know, it's a neat little story I guess I have.
Yeah, man. But not to gloss over the fact that took a lot of work. That was not, you didn't just become a 3-time All-American. You put some work in to make that happen, my friend. And
There
as you
wasn't a
pointed
door.
out, during a time in your life when there are lots of other things pulling you in multiple other directions.
Yes,
let's
very
just,
much so.
Let's just say it that way.
That'll work. That'll work.
But you graduated from college, a very successful college athlete, and you graduated with a degree that would allow you to pursue, hey Spurs, that would allow you to pursue to further that profession, you might say, like to take it from college to professional. Because in my mind, transitioning from a college athlete, now you're coaching, and I'm sure that in college, as an All-American, at some point you were coaching at camps for little kids or whatever. I'm sure you've done that stuff. We hadn't even talked about that, but you wouldn't be an All-American if you weren't doing stuff like that. So, so at any rate, that process, it seems, that you took to your collegiate athletics, carried over into your professional career, and then it kind of flipped to where, I hope this makes sense, to where your college athletics, you're no longer the athlete, now you're coaching the athlete, and that's a transition and a dynamic that you have to kind of work through. And you obviously did it well, because 21 years later, you're still working for the same school that you got hired to your first job.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. And having track coach today, I absolutely had a blast. I'm teaching the kids how to jump, doing what I used to do 25 years ago, but I still enjoy every minute of it. Passing on that knowledge and seeing the kids find success in something that they might not try otherwise.
And I know as an athlete, as a young athlete, having somebody that you respect come along and say, "Hey, kid, you got to crack at this. Keep at it. Keep working at it. You're doing good." You know what I mean? I've been there. I've been where you're at. Keep working at it. You're doing good. That goes miles, man. That goes a long way in my opinion, in the world that we live in. It's easy to tear kids down. It's easy to point out all of the things that we do wrong. And I'm not saying to give everyone a trophy every time. What I'm simply saying is that I believe we need compassionate men teaching our kids. I believe that we need men that understand fairness, that understand something about integrity and allowing a kid to keep their dignity. You know what I mean? And the reason I mentioned some of these things is later we're going to talk about some things that your kids have done with you. And I think it's a testament to your character. I think it's a testament to the kind of teacher that you are. I had that experience. Part of what made me want to teach was I had such crappy teachers. There was a couple along the way that stick with me that were huge. But there's a bunch that were really just genuine. Once I became a teacher, I understood how bad they really were. You know what I mean?
Right.
It didn't get better for them. It didn't get better. But what we're going to talk about later, what your kids did, is a testament to who you are as a coach and as a man. And I just wanted to give you a little props for that, man.
I appreciate that.
I know this is uncomfortable, but that's how tonight's going to go.
No, that's all right. It makes it that much more special, though, to see other people, to see it have an impact, or to see other people notice it. That's really cool. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
My cat's
absolutely
biting my legs. We're going to go ahead and send the cat on his way.
So man, your story, you also so you started teaching and you've been teaching at the same school. There was a qualification with your hiring. They said if you want this job, you've got to coach volleyball as well. And you said, okay, fine. And 21 years later, you're still coaching volleyball as well, which is,
I almost enjoy volleyball probably more than track. It has grown into a passion to where now I have the opportunity to coach my own daughter. I've coached the same school for 22 years. I think Stitch said I've got over 500 victories at this school. It's another one of those things that's turned into a passion for me.
Dude's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He's headed that direction, y'all.
I don't want to sound.
Watch out, Coach will eventually. You don't want to.
I don't want to sound too cheesy, but I really, really, really enjoy what I do, and I'm very, very lucky because not everybody can say that, but I really genuinely enjoy what I do. So,
here's the thing, man. The inside game, right? Like. As a person that, like, it wasn't just that I taught, it was like that was my profession, right? Like my whole business was a 4-year adult day training program, and there's only some teachers that connect, right? But part of that connection is they give of themselves. It's exhausting. It takes away, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. From my experience, the teachers who, in my opinion, were really good teachers gave something of themselves to their students. But what we don't consider is that's paying a price, right? And the teacher is the one paying that toll day after day after day. And I don't know about your situation, but in my situation, I had to keep extra girls' clothes, extra boys' clothes, extra toiletries, extra food, just so that I could get them in a condition that now we can try to learn something. Because if you're hungry and you're dirty and you're tired and you've had to sleep on the street overnight because you can't go home because of your parents, A lot of people don't understand that world.
Yeah.
And to be a teacher, if you understand that world, you can really make a huge difference in people's lives. And I know I just took a lot of your time, but I want to acknowledge you for that.
No, I
And
appreciate that.
I see in your work the results of that. And your kids thinking about you the way that they do is evidence. The people that you work around, the way that I've had an opportunity to have a conversation with MC. I've had an opportunity at length. I've had an opportunity to have a conversation at length with Eve, and boy, did she have some shit to say about you, man. Like she had some stuff to say about you, man. I mean, like, I don't know. But so, Coach, I just wanted to put that out there that, man, there's another layer going on here. Put that out there that, man, there's another layer going on here. And every bit of this means this man for 21, 22 years going on now, every day gives a little piece of himself. And I'm impressed that you were able to find a balance, because I didn't make it. I burned out.
Well, and
I
it's
never
not
found that
it's not always
balance.
easy.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not,
sure.
and it,
I'm sure.
yeah, there's some days that are a lot better than others, but like I said, after 22 years, I still genuinely enjoy getting up and going to work every day. Now, I don't mind the occasional snow day. Don't get me wrong, but I genuinely enjoy what I do.
Right. Right. Yeah, and it shows, man. It shows. So your school teaching, things are clicking along, you're coaching, and 2018 your damn house burns down. And you managed to
Yes,
get your family out, including your two children, and a couple guitars. And
yes,
that's what you got. Like,
yes.
everything was gone.
That was it. Yep. Um, It was, I mean, just long story short, it started outside the house. What the investigators thought it was somebody flicked a cigarette from a neighboring house, just went outside, smoked a cigarette, flicked it, and it got caught underneath our deck and leaves and everything else. And it is what it is. It was a total loss. Got my kids out. Everybody was fine, and there was a couple guitars that needed to get out as well. So we got them, and it sucked. We lived, we lived in a hotel for 6 months. It was really hard on the kids. The kids were a lot younger. It was tough, but it's all worked out for the better at this point. It's easy to say now because everything's fine, but it was a pretty tough time.
Yeah, to say the least. I'm glad that you did it in that order: family, and then a couple
Right,
guitars. That's good,
right.
man. That's good. See, there again, man. The characters came through when the
It's
time mattered, man. You had your Ashman, Chad. You got to agree with me here. He got his family out, and the very next thing that he got was
Oh, yeah.
guitars, guys. I
it
mean,
all worked out just fine. Yep.
Not a bad
handmade
choice.
guitars.
Yeah, yeah, those gotta come out.
So the other thing is that's happening, and he's teaching and he's clicking along, and then COVID hits, and he's a PE teacher, so online teaching sucks. Like,
Yes.
that's garbage. How do you
Yes.
even like? So could you tell us a little bit about what about that story? Like, the COVID hits, you're looking for something different, and kind of
Yep.
take us through if you don't mind.
Absolutely. No, they made every single teacher go live online every single hour of every single day when that happened. And I do PE. So we started off talking a lot about PE, and that only goes so far. The kids don't want to talk about running and muscles and all that kind of stuff. So the conversations got shorter and shorter and shorter to finally where we'd talk about PE for maybe 5 minutes, but I'd need to stay online with them for 45 minutes for the whole class time. So we'd start talking about video games. That was the kids that was their favorite thing to talk about, is what video games they play, and I'd play along with them. And finally, they got it out of me that I'm a video game player as well. I love Minecraft. It's when the fire hit, that's what we did in the hotel for 6 months while we were getting everything cleaned up. Is me and my son learned how to play Minecraft. So the kids, that just blows their mind. Oh my gosh, Coach Haley, you play Minecraft, all this and all. So the kids, that just blows their mind. Oh my gosh, Coach Haley, you play Minecraft, all this and all that. And it went on for a little while, and they finally said, Coach Haley, you should make a YouTube channel. We'll all come watch it. You go make a YouTube channel. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. So I went and made a YouTube channel, posted a couple videos, just blew up like overnight. 700 subscribers. The kids just absolutely loved it. They designed hats for me. They designed T-shirts for me.
That's cool.
His student.
I mean, just yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's the kids. The kids literally designed that for me. I got T-shirts as well, and I mean, I've worn this every day since that happened. Just,
That's
I mean,
so cool.
That's
how
so
how awesome is that? And to this day, I'll still have kids get on when I'm doing a live painting, and they'll say, "Hey, Coach, you still have the Minecraft channel and stuff like that." And it just is amazing. That's one of my favorite stories that I have. To come out of COVID, because that wasn't really the best of times for everybody, especially having to deal with school. And that was a very neat story. Like I said, I wear this thing every day. We got new administration this year, and they're strictly no hats policy. When you come to school, your professional dress and all this and all that. I told them that story, and I get to wear my hat as a PE teacher every day. So it's
Yes.
anyway. That's
Cool. Do you still
got a
run
special
the
place
Minecraft
for me.
channel? Do you still run your Minecraft?
I do still have the Minecraft channel. I do still put content on it every now and then with the painting and the guitars and the coaching.
Oh, wow.
Not as often as I would like to, but yes, I
Sure.
do still play a lot more Minecraft than a 47-year-old man should.
Nice.
No hats at the school except for Coach. Coach can wear his hat because the kids got it. For
I
him.
love it.
See what
I'm
saying?
so proud
See
of
what I'm
that.
saying, y'all? I mean,
So cool.
if the kids feel that way about you, you're doing something right, man. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So COVID hits and he becomes a Minecraft expert. and that's going along swimmingly. He's got a YouTube channel. His kids are doing it for him. He's got hats. He's got T-shirts. So then he decides, I think I want to try painting. So, take us down that journey, Coach.
Well, again, during the COVID times, everybody's looking for stuff to do. So I did start watching a lot more Bob Ross videos because everybody loves to watch Bob Ross videos. They're calming, they're relaxing, they're just
Yes.
they're amazing. So I don't know what it was exactly that prompted me, but I just said I want to do that. I'm not going to do it half-ass. I'm gonna do it like Bob Ross does it. So I went and got all of the Bob Ross stuff, and I sat down and did it, and just instantly fell in love with it. Just on the very first painting, I can still remember doing the reflections. I was like, "This is fun. I need to get in on this." And that was
That's
about a little over 2 years ago.
Nice.
And somehow that journey takes you to Eve and MC and Laura.
Where did I go wrong?
What alleyway did you turn down during this journey to
Eve-
accidentally stumble over?
Did Eve dive out from behind a dumpster?
That's
How
what
did
I was
that
thinking.
Was her leg hanging out? I mean,
Grabbed you.
Did you have
No.
to give her a flea bath and groom her and stuff when you found her?
That's one of my favorite intro to the community stories, though, is because I'm trying to learn how to oil paint. I'm watching as many videos as I can, learn as much as I can. So I watch some pretty big names on TikTok, and they are doing their paintings and they're showing, but they don't. Like, I'm like, oh, how did you do this or how did you do that? And they don't ever talk to you. They don't answer questions or anything like that, right? So I'm scrolling through, and I find this lady who's painting a phoenix, and just painting a phoenix. And I don't remember what the question was, but I asked a question, and like 30 seconds later, she answered, and I was like, "Whoa!" She just talked to me, and that was how I met Miss Eve. She answered one of my questions, and
it's all been
here we are.
downhill from there, right? We love us some Eve.
So what made you pick Bob Ross? Like, there's all different kinds of art out there. What was there something that made you go, "Oh, Bob Ross is my guy," or was it more along the lines of availability?
Yeah, I've always been a Bob Ross fan. Even in college, I would remember watching his videos. So I think it was just that style lured me in. It was nothing other than I'm used to watching him on TV. I love his voice. I love what he does. I wanna try to do that. So
Right on. And you definitely did. So
right.
so as I was describing in your intro, man, like I came across you, and one of the things I heard Eve say was, you hadn't been doing it that long or whatever, but your art was not like somebody who hadn't been doing it very long. You know what I mean? It was obviously a kind of a next level kind of situation going on there. So you watched Bob Ross paintings and became a damn oil painting expert.
Well, that's it. My mom was an art teacher for 40 years, so maybe a little of that rubbed off on me.
Might be in the blood, huh?
It might be. I say, and she's part of our painting community. She comes and watches every single one of our paintings, and I before every single one I do, I'm sure I ask her no less than 20 questions about what I should do or things like that. So she's a real important part of this journey as well.
Very
Right
cool.
on.
That's fantastic.
Hi, Mom. She's in the chat too. Hi.
Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Hey, Mom. And may I take a moment to say here, if any of Coach Abley's students happen to be watching, I'm the person that did the phone interview with him today. And I can tell you that I had to redirect him, that the interview was actually about him because he was talking about you guys. So whatever y'all are doing, keep up the good work because Coach is about it. Coach has got your back. So for what it's worth, y'all, I literally had to tell Coach, "Hey, Coach, this ain't about your students. This is about you this time." So anyway, good on you.
They still come in when we do live paintings. They still come in and say, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" And it's really neat that when a past student comes in and watches and watches me paint for a little bit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I talked to the fellas before the show, and they were like, "I don't know, man. We, like our normal operating thing is 5th grade. We're gonna be just fine."
We're like, "Oh, we have to step it up." Okay. We have to elevate ourselves. Okay.
Hi, Alexa. How's it going, Alexa? Good to see you. I blindsided. Freak. Eve. Coach, you want to, excuse me, Coach, you want to just take a couple minutes? I know there's a few people in the chat that are your people, man.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everybody. And I don't want to miss anybody, but I've been seeing you all scroll by and say hello, and you are all amazing people. I would not be here at all if it wasn't for all of you. I 100% guarantee that. You all saw my first live where I didn't talk, and when I did, I sounded like more of an idiot than I probably should have. But without you all, it just wouldn't be what it is at all. So I can't thank you all enough. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me. Just amazing people.
You even got Essay's up in here tonight, Coach. I mean, it's like we got Chad back. We got Essay in here, man. It's like a family reunion.
Yeah, this is some weird apocalyptic stuff, man. This might be a sign of the end. We're all together in one place.
Well, I've got 70-mile-an-hour winds outside, and it's supposed to start snowing overnight with blizzard-like conditions. So
we're not supposed to have a blizzard, but yeah, it's gnarly here too.
Both of y'all are in the same state, Chad.
Oh yeah, what? Wait, what part of the state?
Y'all are both in Mizzou.
I'm in Southwest.
I'm in Kansas City.
Kansas, man, you're 2 hours north of me. I'm just outside of Joplin.
Okay, well we'll chat soon. I got to come check out your stuff. That's awesome.
We're not far apart. I'm actually talking to a guy in Kansas City that's going to be opening a gallery. So
Really?
yeah,
That is fantastic.
yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I didn't know you were in KC. That's cool,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Hell
And
yeah,
I-
Mo's in the house tonight, y'all.
Fingers crossed for that snow day.
Yeah, right. We ain't gonna get it here. We're getting less than an inch, but it is cold and like 70-mile-an-hour. Oh, so
I can hear it. It's crazy. I can hear it outside.
Well, Coach, the last point we wanted to make before we kind of started talking about the community type thing, which included some of these evil characters that you hang out with, like Eve's Artistry and MC and Laura. just awful people, I tell you. Geez, man, they're real scoundrels. You said you made. I got it written down here. You said that even if it wasn't a profession at this point, that you would paint every day regardless. You said you watch painting videos every day, which I consider continuing education, which also is a good
Yes.
is a check mark in my book for you. You're trying to
Thank
get
you.
better. That's the kind of thing you have to do, right? But it says that you would paint for your mental health anyway, for your well being, for just so. Could you elaborate on that just a little bit?
I would, and I've had real good conversation with Mr. MC about that too, and that's something that we kind of have the same outlook on. Is I absolutely love the collaborations that we do and things like that, but the painting itself does more for my mental health than the guitars or the Lego or the Minecraft or it puts me in a place that I can't go otherwise. I don't think of anything else but painting, and I've never experienced that before. Even with, like I said, guitar is pretty close. I absolutely love doing that, but the painting just puts me in a place that I'm just completely just happy, just 100% happy.
That's awesome, man. That's where you find your flow state, like
Yep.
Yep.
or you're long jumping again, or in my case, surfing or whatever.
Yep.
Do you think it's something about the nature of the act, like the thought process, the fact that it's time consuming or is it the result? Is it more result driven? Like you dig what you end up with?
It's turning more into that. Like when I was first starting out, I was, and probably still am, a little too hard on myself on some of the stuff that I do, but I do want it to meet a certain standard just of what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be an amazing piece, but I want it to at least, pass a certain standard. And so I think I'm just super focused. Like you said, I put in quite a bit of research. I put quite a bit of homework, and I think it's just finally getting able to put that all out to see if I can finally do what I'm trying to do. And when it does, like I said, just complete happiness. And I love being able to share that with the community, and the things that we do in the community makes it even better. I mean, I can't describe it. It's really, really weird, because nothing else I've ever done to try to occupy my mind or my time has come even close to when I'm painting.
You talked about this joy you felt in the collaborative part of that process. Again, these scoundrels that you like. MC's trying to pretend like he's saying nice stuff to you in the chat now, but MC
know.
was on the show a few weeks ago, and I know what he really. Not teasing MC. I'm kidding, man. I can't even pretend. MC's such a nice guy. I can't even pretend to kid with him like that, man. He's just sincerely a nice dude. What up, Hanson? So these people you surround yourself with, I think, also are probably a source of the inspiration, right? They're fun to hang out with. They're fun to, y'all come up with these topics. The Music Mondays, man, are great.
And that I was just thinking about this when I was thinking about being on your show here. Each thing that we do does something different. Like the Music Mondays, it taps into a different creative process. And painting with MC on Sunday, that's my chilling, that's my vibing, just happy painting, no worries
It's your
at
low
all.
orbit lounge.
Right, the quad squad again, another theme thing that pushes you out of the box, and it's just that all the different collaborations have their own little special place that do different things to me to make me who I am, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. It's just it's crazy. It's perfect.
Well, why do you think it is then that Eve acts the way that she does? I mean, all of y'all are nice.
I was not expecting that.
Maybe it's. I think it's because she paints in a small room that maybe the fumes aren't getting out of enough. I don't know.
It's all the fumes. It's here. Let me
So-
get some air in there for you, Eve. There.
The monthly paint alongs, Brian. That's right. Yep. They all have
There we go.
they all have their own special place. Absolutely.
It's the toxins. So just to let y'all know, we will be fair, and Eve will have an opportunity to come up and defend herself at some point.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
No. No.
So Ashman, Chad, get your tray tables and seat backs in the upright position. There will be an Eve's artistry sighting, most likely here coming
Nope.
soon.
Ain't letting her out. Not letting her out.
MC will get the joke. See, MC will be cool about it. He'll get the joke. And so and so will Laura. But Eve, we're gonna have to deal with Eve. See, she's already writing in capital letters.
That's loud, Eve. Jeez. Can you type a little quieter?
Well, but
So
she,
Coach-
like I said, she's one of the main reasons I'm even on TikTok to begin with. Because, like I said, I was watching mostly YouTube videos, and I got on here and started watching the bigger names, and I would try to ask questions or figure out what they were doing, and that wasn't a thing. And then she talked. She talked. I was like, whoa! I didn't know these people could talk to you. And here we are.
She turns out she's a pretty cool lady.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, oh, and I can't wait to talk about some of the stuff that we've collaborated on. It's some all together. So no, the community is I don't think the experience for me would be the same without all of them and getting to hang out and show them pictures and being proud of what I do. It's all because of them. It really, really is.
We can say the same thing over here. She's going to get a big head, but Eve's one of those people that's been down the ride from the beginning of the Gen Project show. She's been one of the people behind the scenes that
Before.
she was like, "Hey, here's some things you should look out for," and she was right. You know, I mean,
And they
So-
still let me in.
yes,
I know. She's like, that Ashman's a bad egg. You better watch out for that Ashman. He's a bad egg.
She did try to warn us about Ashman, and we didn't heed her warning. But so, Coach, you've got all kinds of art to share with us tonight. Some of it you made, some of it you stole, some of it you saved from a fire. Some,
Yes.
you know. She tried
Yes.
to tell us. So,
All true.
So what we were thinking was that it would probably be best to get to see your art and hear those kind of stories about those pieces of art first. And then towards the end of the show, we're going to bring up Eve and MC and Lara and whoever. We'll even expand it to where we can have more boxes, or we can bring them up one at a time. This is Coach's show, though, and just we'll redirect because it's Coach's show. so I'm not calling anybody out, Eve, but we will throw you out.
I'm already practicing.
Oh, that's
Get
great.
ready. And we got Chad Rev Art back, and he hasn't thrown anyone out in 2 months.
So ready.
So here's another thing that you guys may not be aware of that we mentioned a little bit earlier. He also has a whole nother life. Coach has like 5 different lives. I don't know. I'm hoping he don't have like families in 5 different states.
You'll never know.
This is wife number 3.
So Coach is college-ish age and is in a horrible car accident. And emerging from this accident, he decided that if he would, before he died, since he survived this accident, that he was going to learn how to play guitar. And with
Hell yeah.
glass still in his hair, he set out on this journey. So Coach is also a guitar player and a singer, I believe, in a band.
I sing to my cat. That's about it.
Got you.
Does the
Okay.
cat like
He's a guitar player, and he may pretend to sing backup in a band.
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I got you, brother. I got you. But so tell us a little bit about that, man, before we actually get into seeing some of your stuff. Tell us about this other artwork that you create, which is music.
Yeah.
Because Chad's going to hate that, and Ashman is a guitar player and a singer and a musician as well. So none of us like what you're doing here.
I understand. I understand completely. No, like you said, I was driving home from college, got in a really, really bad car wreck, and for whatever reason that sparked in my head, you need to learn how to play guitar before you die. And I went and bought a guitar the next day, it's one of the 2 guitars that after my children made it out of the house safely. It was the first guitar that I ever bought was the second one that made it out after the Millennium Falcon. That's my 3rd child. That's my baby.
Yeah.
He's got a Millennium Falcon guitar that he made, y'all. He didn't buy it at the Millennium Falcon guitar store. There's not one. He made it.
Oh,
It's Lenny.
yeah. We'll go show that here pretty quick. But
The cat
But,
was walking on it earlier. Hey, Lenny.
it tried to, and that wasn't going to work out for me. But no, through guitar, I was in a little band in college, and then finally got to working. But I coached wrestling here for about 5 years. Just they needed a coach, and that's a long story. We can talk about that some other time. But the head coach broke a guitar string. He noticed all my guitars in my office at school, and he's like, "Can you help me change my guitar string?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll come over and do that." So I went and changed his guitar string. We sat and jammed for a while, and about a week later, we've got a band called Just Killing Time that we just played last weekend. Excuse me, and have a really good time doing it. So
Just Killing Time, y'all. You can find it on all the streaming platforms. What you will find over there is they did cover songs so that you can kind of get a feel for their sound and their style.
yeah, not original music just yet. But we're more of a cover band, but there is some stuff on there if you're interested to go listen to. It's all right. We do classic rock stuff, which I absolutely love. That's my favorite type of stuff. I love to paint too. So it's working out really good.
Yes, classic rock
So,
stuff.
the Millennium-
So he'll be on MTV too soon.
Absolutely, and I do go live from the show sometimes also, and it's a good time. Everybody comes and hangs out and has a good time.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to show that Millennium Falcon guitar. How do I do this?
Are you going to start out with the Millennium
ready to see
Falcon, man? Or are you going to hit them with that right out of the gates? Okay,
No.
ladies and gentlemen, put your tray tables and seat backs in upright. He made that guitar,
Get the out of
That is
here.
awesome.
Okay,
and it's working guitar with speakers in it.
it's a working guitar. Yeah, and I just actually turned it on, and the battery still has life in it. I can still turn it on, and
Yes!
it's got some issues, but it's got 2 built-in speakers. Anyway, let's start with the neck. This is a solid piece of aluminum. A very, very, very heavy guitar, but I carved the neck out of a solid piece of aluminum just because I wanted to call it the Aluminum Falcon. So
Awesome.
So
that was kind of the idea. Then all this is just wood panels, and this is like 3D printed bits of the guitar of the spaceship. But 2 built-in speakers. It's all everything is built from scratch. All the wiring was from scratch. Just yeah, like I said, this has survived
Wow.
the house fire. There's the back of it.
Dude.
It got
That
a
is
little bit.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It got a little bit of damage that had to be cleaned up a little bit. But I said that the light still turned on. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there it is.
Man,
So
that is cool.
thank you. It was a labor of love for sure, but it's my
So
Millennium Falcon guitar.
what did you use to make the main body there and all the pieces and stuff?
This is it's all wood panels. I don't know if you can see the lines in there, but I kind of cut it up like a pizza, and so these are like individual sections that are screwed on onto a wooden. So it's kind of like a hollow body. So all the guts are
Okay.
inside there. I wound my own pickup.
Cool.
Built the
Single
pickup myself.
core.
So
Get out of here.
yeah,
Is
that's
is
probably
the
my
inside
favorite
shielded?
guitar.
You get it? Is it shielded?
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, and I wasn't thinking I should have taken some of these screws out just so you could see some of the inside of it because it's just a mess, just wires going everywhere. But
That's awesome.
I
That's
love
cool.
that thing. Yeah, it's
Wow,
So you
man.
heavy.
you made each panel
It's
out
very
of
very
wood
heavy.
and painted them, huh?
Say
The
again.
the the body itself is made out of or the neck is made out of aluminum, but the body is made
Yeah,
out of wood,
yeah.
and you
This is wood, and
painted
then
it, but you carved all of those.
3D printed little pieces of plastic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So you 3D printed the plastic, which you had to figure out the design for, and then you put
Right.
that on wood, and then you were able to attach that to the main body of the. Right on. That's cool, man.
Wow,
Yep,
dude.
yep.
I love it.
That
So
is
Because
yeah,
you
and
had to
cool.
think through like backwards how to get all that to go together.
100%. Yeah. And
Yeah.
as morbid as this is to say, a lot of the smoky effect on this is from the house fire.
Oh wow.
Man,
So that's
I
kind
mean,
of
don't get me
a.
wrong, it's unfortunate, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
I know it
That
really
makes
is.
for, you know,
It looks like it just escaped from an exploding star or something.
Right.
At least
Yep.
some laser
So
fire or something.
this makes me want to build guitars again.
Authenticating.
So all
That's
right,
cool,
that's
man.
that's the Millennium Falcon. Then you got the Lego guitar there, Chad. You're interested in Legos too?
yeah, that is
Yes,
cool.
dude. Hell yeah.
So I took just a little parlor guitar and set it down and traced around it. And another, again, I don't mean to keep going back to this, but it's a really cool story. The Legos all survived the fire. We had to soak them in buckets for weeks.
Oh
And
wow.
I asked my son, do you still want these Legos? Because it was a pretty traumatic experience for everybody, and he was not
Sure.
interested in really keeping anything that we were able to save. So he said I could have them, and there's the result
Damn, that's cool.
of that. So, but every aspect of it is Legos, even the machine heads
Wow.
are
That's awesome.
working Lego bits. So
Man, I
anyway,
can't wait to hear
That's
that when you
even
string
got
it up.
frets. You've got frets.
yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like.
Yeah, well, it's flat, but it just that's made to look like it's frets. But I do
Yeah,
have nylon
dude.
strings. I've had it strung up before, and I had
So
the
it's
biggest
fretless.
smile on my face when I was sitting there strumming it. So
I bet it sounds cool with the fretless.
it's pretty heavy. I've started gluing it together just because, for obvious reasons, it's pretty fragile. But
Yeah. Oh, I figured you did already.
the body is completely done. I'm working on everything else. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's just awesome.
And
This
then
is
this
awesome.
one, again, my style is I like to do weird kind of theme stuff. This was a palette from school, and I
Wow.
left the back looking like the palette so that I would be reminded that it was a palette. But it started out just
So cool.
a shipping palette at school. I've
The
got
hell?
I've got the nails as the rosette that held the palette together.
Oh,
But that was my first acoustic guitar attempt.
Isn't that dope, Chad?
Nice
Ash,
guitars
Ash,
you
we don't
built.
care what you think on this one. man, 'cause
I know.
you're not a professional musician. We're lead singer of a band for a couple years. You know.
Yeah. I'm nothing.
Just kidding. Man.
wow.
How cool is that, guys?
Yeah. So those are probably my three favorite guitars. I had built a bunch before that, but a lot of them didn't make it out. But I'm very happy to have these three.
Very
So-
cool, man. Wow.
Yeah. Thanks for looking. That's my guitar collection.
Me too.
Ash, what do you
I think I'm
think,
drooling
dude?
too.
Oh man, this is fantastic stuff. I mean, the Millennium Falcon guitar, and then the palette is just
I love the palette.
Wow.
Honestly, the palette one is my favorite. If I had to pick one of those three, I'd take the palette one.
And
just because
Yeah.
it's the most.
just because of what it was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous.
yeah.
And it's the
I
most
love the
practical.
Millennium
Those are
Falcon.
the nails that held it together as the fret markers, also.
So, so cool.
Wow.
I love that
Wow.
guitar, man. That's really cool.
I love the look of
That's-
the fretboard
Thanks.
itself. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Who
thanks for all the
knew
kind
a
words,
palette
everybody.
did
That,
that?
that makes me feel good. Yep, that was a palette. I love that.
Talented guitar builder you are. Yes.
So
strong in this one?
Have you played the one that made out of a pallet in any gigs?
I have not. It was my first attempt at an acoustic, and I'm not happy with the nut or the. It really dulls it. So I need
Gotcha.
to. Yeah, I need to do some fine tuning. Like, it plays. I can pick it up and play it, but it needs a little TLC.
Yeah, to play like professionally, you gotta tune it up a little bit. I got you.
Right.
I got
But
you.
like I said, right now it makes the greatest sound I've ever heard because it's a guitar that I built from a pallet. So
Right.
man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
that really
Yeah.
is cool, man.
Wow.
And it's just this again, man. It's like you have this creative side, and when it's inspired, cool stuff emerges. It's just,
well, and that's
I'll have to admit, Ginn told me you built a guitar out of a pallet, and that is not what I imagined. I was
Me
like, oh, that's cool. And now I'm like,
it's
what?
beautiful. It's like it's a
Yeah.
piece of art, man. It really is. It's a
that's it. I love the rosette with the nails. They're just epoxied in
Yeah.
there.
I love
But
the placement of the knot holes and then how you do
Yeah,
that.
yep.
It's
bookmark
gorgeous.
that or book match
Yeah.
that. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I left the back rough just so that we knew it was the
It's so
theme
cool, man.
of a palette.
It's a beautiful piece.
Yep.
Man. It really is. It's amazing.
Yeah, I
So-
It's a
expected like one of those like
testament to-
cigar box looking guitars.
Yeah, that's what I
people
thought,
build.
man.
I was like, oh, it's going to be a little square thing, and then,
No, not this cat. No,
Nope,
not
nope,
Coach.
nope, nope.
Coach is all about it. Coach ain't no joke, man. Coach the real deal.
No, when we do something, we're gonna go in head first.
You know, we all have that disease, I believe, Coach.
Yep.
Ash and I have had that conversation that there's just, I think it's part of our personality type. If we're into something, then we kind of jump in with both feet. And Chad, he jumps in with proboscis and all.
Yep,
I go proboscis first.
absolutely.
The amazing thing is he hasn't even gotten to his great artwork yet.
No!
We're still on his amazing guitars. That's a fantastic thing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Well,
And
I
you're
like
not
that
getting out of
term.
here without telling me how you ended up running the torch for the Olympics. We're gonna
Oh,
go back,
yeah,
to,
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
back to that
Yeah.
here in a little bit.
Please.
That was back when I was in college with the All American stuff and just doing a lot of what I did. My sister wrote a really nice essay about me and sent it in. I think that's how you apply to be in one of those positions. And she wrote an essay on me, and they selected me, and I got to run with the Olympic torch.
Man, that is so cool.
Did you
And I
ever
thought I
at
was
any
cool because I
point-
got to see someone run with it.
right.
But that's a
a
story I can tell my kids now. The flame that you see right now when they light the Olympics, I have held that flame.
Yeah. The same flame I saw
Was that
in
the
like
one that Ali lit?
1827.
No, Ali lit a Summer Olympics. That was the Summer Olympics. Never mind.
It's the same. It's the same fire all the time.
It's the same fire. Yeah, you pass the fire from torch to torch. So there was a whole there was a whole busload of us, and
Been
you know, so
going
there's a lot of the actual torches, but you pass the flame. I had to sign a waiver saying if anybody stole me that I was okay with that, and anybody tried to kidnap me, I'm okay with that, because I guess that's the thing, to steal the Olympic torch. I don't know.
Well, I was just wondering if at any point when you were running with it, did you think, man, I got the Olympic torch. I could just kind of.
Yeah, and
Riot!
there's a whole video series we had to watch, but they only put enough gas in it for your stint where you're running, and it's going to run out pretty quick by the end of it. So they get you there, they get you to pass it on, and then your torch would run out even if you tried to relight it. So
Man, it would be really cool if you could like set up something that you could light real quick while you had it
right, exactly.
to keep. You know, like some kind of little small gas torch or something.
Yep. Then bring that sucker home and say, that's the Olympic torch I got right there next to the Millennium Falcon guitar.
See that little candle on the mantle, kids?
I mean, he
The
was a
Olympic
track star.
fire.
He could run from them, right?
There you go.
True. Run, jump, and swim. You ain't catching them.
That's right. But no, I
Wait till he
appreciate
hits
you
that
asking
parkour.
That was a really neat experience.
Sorry to sidetrack you. I just really wanted to hear about
No,
that. So
that was great. I said, luckily my sister wrote the essay about me, and whatever she said must have been pretty cool because they selected it. So
you know, what year was that again?
2001 Winter Olympics when they came to Utah.
Okay, 2001. All right.
So they had the whole torch run across the whole United States, and I got to do a little chunk in downtown Kansas City.
That's really cool. I'm gonna have to tell my daughter about that because she is.
Yep.
She's a little gymnast, so that'll be cool for her.
Oh, that's very cool. I didn't bring my computer down, or I would pull up a picture of it real quick. I'll have to try to send you one sometime. But I've got a pretty cool picture of it.
Oh man, please do. I would love to show that to her.
Now your daughter
Absolutely.
knows a dude that
Absolutely.
carried the Olympic torch. She's just one step away from winning the gold in gymnastics.
I know. We're getting her there. I tell her every time she leaves for gymnastics, you better come back doing Simone Biles tricks.
There you go.
Kidding. That lady is amazing.
Oh, all right. Can I show a couple paintings off real quick?
Man, if you don't, Ashman is going to cut me.
Cut him anyway, Ash.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
You're closer.
Well, I've kind of got a little bit of everything going on here, but this is, like I said, I couldn't. This is just makes me happy. I can't look up and not just feel awesome right now, because I got the
Yeah.
story of every single one of these and who I painted them with, and they all tell a story. But anyway, the Musical Mondays, a triple treat with Eve and MC. One of my new favorite things to do. We pick a song, and then we each do our own representation of that song. And we're coming up on 40 of them now. I think MC said the other night. We've done this 40
Wow.
times.
Wow, that's cool.
It is, and it's just like I said, it pushes me out of my comfort zone, and some of the times like we come up with some pretty cool stuff. So I'm real pleased with how that Musical Monday triple treat thing has been going. We do monthly paint-alongs, and I got to pick this month, so I just tried to make it look like a big snow globe. It was just a little winter scene. But we do monthly paint-alongs. This is one. Another lady, Miss Rose, picked this scene out. And it's a bunch of painters get together, and they fill all 9 boxes, and we all paint from the same reference. Probably my favorite piece. I had these out of order. Probably my favorite piece of art that I have created to date is my Pulse painting that I did with Miss Eve.
Pulse.
And it took us many sessions, but for those of you that know Pink Floyd, this is the Pulse album cover.
Yes.
And
Uh-huh.
she put up with me for many times of whining and complaining, but got the epoxy resin finish on it, so it's like a tabletop. I don't know if I can get a good
So
view of that or not.
Oh yeah, nice.
There you go. Yep. But
It's like glass.
that's probably the favorite thing that I have done in the 2 years I've been painting is that one right there. Yep, the eye was a paint pour. You know how you see the people do the paint pours?
Wow.
So yeah, that's
Really?
yeah.
Shoo.
But yeah, me and Eve do what we call double trouble, and it's basically turned into us painting Pink Floyd stuff. And I couldn't be any more pleased because we've done so many Pink Floyd. This was a paint pour as well, and it's got the epoxy resin finish too.
That's cool.
So
That's awesome, right there.
I really appreciate Eve putting up with my Pink Floydness, and like I said,
Love some Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And then my Sundays with MC that just puts me in my happy place. This was the latest one we did, and it just, like I said, it puts me in a place of just being happy and content and reset, if you know what I mean.
Little
Just
trees.
happy little trees.
This is one that I love, Coach. Your dad influenced this one, right? If I'm
Yes,
not
Oh.
yes.
mistaken.
He makes the frames out of recycled fence pickets. And I've got a whole stack of them of different sizes. But he makes these. He makes them with these little detachable cross, so you can put
That's
a
dope.
picture in there.
I love
And
it.
if it looks like something that you would want to look out the window at,
I
just
love it.
pop that little sucker in there.
Wow. I like
Isn't
that
that
a
great?
lot.
I love it, man. Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
do.
But that Dad's made me a lot of frames, and I couldn't be more pleased with how they turn out. I'm pretty happy with that. So
Yeah, man, that's so cool.
yep. But other than that, I overdo the research. We kind of talked about. I like to watch a lot of videos. I got the opportunity to paint with one of my mentors one time. His name is Paint with Bram, and I went to his workshop and got to paint that with him. So that was kind of a really neat deal. I get to paint with my mentor, one of the people I learned how to paint from. I got to paint with him live. So, and then there's Miss Eve's first ever oil painting that I helped kind of coach her along the way. I mean, she already knew what she was doing, but that's her first ever oil painting.
Nice, Eve.
So, yep. But other than that, like I said, it painting puts me in a place. I love doing the mountain mix. Thank you, Miss Eve. The single color mountain mix, but it just, for whatever reason, painting puts me in a place that I can't find anywhere else of calm and peace and happiness. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Man, it's
Yes, sir, I
beautiful
do.
work. Absolutely beautiful work. If there's anybody in the chat that has any questions, Coach has been kind enough to say that he would be happy to answer them. If any of
Absolutely.
our moderators wouldn't mind, we're going to do this in reverse order. We're going to make Eve wait.
Oh,
I like
MC,
stay put, Eve.
Yeah.
If MC
Stay put.
is still in here, would you please send MC up if he would be happy to do so at this point? And I believe MC was still in here.
I hope so. Sorry, I got to put my glasses back on. That make me look smarter.
If you
I
are
feel you.
MC, throw your hand up so one of the
All right,
the
Kitty, come
mods can find you.
I noticed you made a guitar painting as well out of
Yes.
a scene. I love it. Man,
That
I
was
always
another
love
one
guitars.
another one that me and Miss Eve did. But yeah,
Look at
nice
that.
little sunset.
Look at
Dude.
Thanks, Cook. Thanks,
What?
MC. That's amazing, man.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank you. That was one. Eve painted a guitar that night as well. I don't know if that was a double trouble or if we just felt like painting a guitar scene. I don't remember that one.
Hey, there
Hey
he
there.
is, the man.
Hello,
Man,
Mr.
the
You are the
Hey.
man tonight, Coach.
This
I could
this place just got like 2 or 3 tiers classier, man. It's good to see you.
Nah.
What's
You
up?
got to be kidding. I'm sitting here with my bibs on and no shirt. You know, that's how chilled I am tonight.
You should have told me. I would have matched you on that.
He didn't take them off that Cabbage Patch doll and put them right on.
I would have had to
yeah.
pin them up a little in the back to make them fit, but I would have.
I think Chad might be able to fit in MC's pocket on his.
Yeah, no kidding.
Put on my bibs and get in your pocket with Eve in my beard. We'll be set.
Oh, my.
Chad's really like
Oh,
this tall.
my.
Chad's really like all
I
of this.
shudder. I shudder at the thought of that. I'm telling you. Hey,
MC, you were a guest on the show a couple weeks ago, sir, and
yes. Oh,
and some of these people came up and had some things to say to you. So I know that you run with this fella here, and
Yep.
and that you might have some things to say about Coach,
I
Coach
do.
Abley here.
Absolutely. You ain't kidding. I do. He's not only become a great friend, he is a mentor because I paint because Coach paints. I watched Coach. Now, I did not realize at the time that Coach had not been painting that long. But hey, I watched Coach religiously because I learned from him every time I watched him. And I had no inkling that I would be painting with Coach at least twice a week, if not more. You know, wow, what a journey! What a journey it has been, not only for myself, but I'm so happy I've got to be a part of Coach's journey with art and music, where we share our passion for music, share our passion for art, and in our personal life, we both share tragedy as far as house losing our homes and things like that. We share a lot, and I think that's why I just truly respect and honor Coach in so many ways. He called me the real deal the other day. You're the real deal, Coach. You are, definitely. You meant a
Well, thank
lot,
you. It's,
and you know, I appreciate you so much. I really do.
well, and like it's gotten to the point where painting wouldn't be the same without you on Sunday. You know what I mean? It almost wouldn't feel right. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate everything
I
you've
agree.
done for me, Mr. MC.
I agree, Coach. I agree with you. I look forward to it. I sure do. And all of our collaborations. But again, I want to emphasize, Coach has been a mentor and is still a mentor for me. So and always will be. So Coach, that's the only way I can honor you, right there.
That
I
that
don't know what
says
else to say.
no. That's to hear you say that, because like you said, I learn stuff from you every single time. To hear you say that really means a lot to me. That's what a thank you very much.
And hey, Coach, you know one other thing we have in common? You and I, we put up with Eve, right? I mean, sometimes it takes both of us to do that.
It
But we
does.
get her. We do get her back. We get her every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Gosh.
Well, I learned that y'all, since I've gotten to interview both of you individually, I learned that y'all pass back and forth, like who's responsible for taking care of Eve today or this week, or y'all have a constant vigil, like Ash and I for Chad, kind of, like who's in charge of making sure Chad eats today, and
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
gonna have
guess
to,
we got to
spin
let
it
Eve
door
in
for you
now,
guys.
which is why I switched the grid around, because I guess it's up. Well, you know what? There's
All right,
Laura.
here.
Hey, Laura. Let's
on.
invite Laura up.
You want, oh, not yet. It's not your turn yet. I was gonna let her out, but you'll have to tell me when it's her turn.
Yeah. You got Eve in the beard. Hey, Laura.
Lord, man.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, Laura. Laura is
You're
another
welcome.
person that paints with these characters. And
Yep.
so I thought she might have a thing or two to say to us about one or more of these characters, maybe all of us.
Well, it depends on which road we're going down. I just want to say that no matter what it is that Coach is doing, whether he's choosing to share his family life with us, with the kids and school and all that kind of stuff, or the music or the art, or no matter what it is, we try to be there and help support him to help him realize he's got a bigger team than he thinks he does behind him. And I really hope that he knows that.
I was
He does
talking
now, I
to
hope.
talking again earlier. I enjoy it more because you all are with me, and that really does mean a lot to me.
That's fantastic. Because that's what we're trying to do here with all that we do, is to make people feel accepted and included and know that somebody's got your back.
Yep.
Well, it works.
Well
'Cause
said,
like I
Lord.
said, you guys know I bother you with 56 texts a day. I love showing you. I love showing you my stuff. It makes me feel good. So
Hey,
I-
if we're starting with Sunrises from Missouri and we're ending it with weird Autobot music coming from your truck, we're all right.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Did
That
you
is
tell them about the
100%
truck,
right.
Coach?
I have not yet. No.
Tell them about the truck.
So my truck, I think, is spying on me. We do the Musical Monday Triple Treat where we paint our interpretation of a song. And my truck, for some reason, always knows what we're painting. It always plays what we're painting. I can't explain it. I mean, it literally sends me messages all the time as to what we're painting. It's kind of creepy.
We'll be just
Decepticon.
randomly going about our days, and we have this text chat group with all four of us in it and Adam. And we'll just randomly get a text during the middle of the day, and it's just a picture from Coach of his XM radio, a Sirius, whatever. And it's like this last week, right after last Monday when they picked 1,000 Miles from Nowhere for this Monday. It was like Tuesday, wasn't it?
It was the next day. It was the next day.
And it was Dwight Yoakam, 1,000 Miles from Nowhere, right there on his radio.
Yeah.
And it just randomly does
That's creepy.
that to where we're convinced that it's an Autobot that transforms and creeps on him in his window. So
It is. It's awesome.
It's keeping an eye on him.
yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
Mm.
Crazy stuff.
Did we run Eve off? Did she leave? Did she get sick of us finally and decide to leave?
I can
that's
let her
us.
out if you want.
no, she's in here.
You mean let her out?
If you would raise your hand, Eve, or if one of y'all could find Eve, one of the mods,
Here, Eve, come on out.
please send Eve up out of Chad's beard.
I'm trying, Chad. I'm trying to
Here,
get
let me
there.
I'm gonna dump her off in here. Hang on. Eve, come out. Get in the
There she
box.
is.
There.
There we
Okay.
go. There it is. Thank you, Chad.
Whew.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
I know,
No problem.
I know it's stuffy in there for her.
Yeah, you hope you took the trash
yeah,
out,
she's
Eve.
like, oh, right here.
Oh, you took the trash out. God dang
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, our dear friend Eve's artistry.
Yay!
Woo, woo.
Now that you're in the box, Eve, remember it puts the lotion on the skin, okay?
Lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again.
So we're having a great guy party for Coach Eve, and we thought you might have some comments for us or for Coach or
Oh,
well,
I
just
got
generally.
comments. Is Ezra still around? Because I got lots of comments.
he likely is. He's likely watching from the
We might
mothership.
I might, if it shuts off, it's my fault. Anyway, Jen, I'll talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
man.
I know you will.
Yes, ma'am. He just yesed me. He was like, "Yes, ma'am." All I gotta say is, everybody I care about's all on this screen, and it's hitting me. You guys are all amazing, and I it's just what this community's become, and what every single one of you and every single box means to me is just absolutely phenomenal. And I got Coach's painting right there, number 35.
Nice.
Whoa, Eve, let me blow you up here.
That was
That's
number
awesome.
35. So
That's so
there
cool.
you go.
That's what's up.
And yeah, Coach wandered into my live one day, just like Jen did, and McD did, and Laura did, and they've been stuck with me ever since. I don't think they knew what they were signing up for.
Well, Coach was
No
saying
clue.
in the interview
No clue.
earlier when we were talking on the phone that Eve showed, he found you, and then he was kind of hooked, like there was some sort of trap there, and he couldn't get out of it. And it was like, no, I'm kidding. He didn't say any of that. He didn't say any of that.
It was like McD and
MC
his what's
did,
the
though.
point? McD was the one that said, "What's the point?" But he's still here.
Yes, that man. What is the point of all of this? What's the point?
I don't know. I don't know what the point is, but I'm glad. I'm glad whatever it is, we all found each other, because I remember having my birthday bash, and I got Coach was in there, and then you came in, Jen, and I was like, wait. You two are on the same. You two need to talk to each other, because then all of a
Sure
sudden
did.
the guitar talk started
Yep.
coming out, the woodworking. Coach is looking at Jen's wood pile, saying that's guitar porn going on. The
Yes.
bromance was budded, boy, and I was,
100%.
it was awesome. And
We've been trying to get those two on, MC and Coach, since then.
absolutely,
Since that day.
I don't know two more deserving individuals than those two right there. So, absolutely. And
This is just amazing to me. Like you said, the people I hang out with the most are right here. I mean, this is how cool is this whole thing? Again, what you're doing is just it's top shelf, man. It's amazing.
and
Hey, man. All I got to do is show up. Y'all do the rest. Especially we got Chad back now, so it's easy for
Yeah.
me, right? If something goes
But-
wrong, I blame it on Chad. If it goes
Well,
well,
you're
me and
doing
Ashman
everybody
take credit.
you're doing everybody a disservice right now, Coach. You didn't show off your Star Wars paintings.
He's gonna. He's
You
about
didn't
to.
close up on them. You just
You didn't
hit 'em
show
far
off.
away.
But yes, those
Those ones?
people right there. Yes.
Star Wars paintings. Show off, you must.
Oh, Coach does his own Yoda too, Chad. You just didn't hear it.
That was a fun night.
I don't
Yeah.
think Coach has enough encouragement in him right now to do it again, though.
No,
Enigma.
if I knew they were going to cancel school, I would think about it. But no, this was another one of the quad squad where we all get together and paint, and he was the start of it, because this is all done in oil paint, but I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and it's kind of a technique in itself, but I can't get enough of it. I absolutely love it, and I got my 4 best friends up there on the wall.
That's so cool, man.
Sexy in that picture, I look. Oh,
I wondered why you were doing a picture of Chad Rev Hart, man. I mean,
Yep. That's awesome.
that's
I get
what
up-
he looks like, really.
I get up for 2 seconds, and somebody
Yep.
takes my painting chair.
oh.
I stood up for a second. Get up, kitty.
Yes.
Bravo.
And Coach did not mention that the man has his own little pop-up shop that has been doing amazing things.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that. Yeah, thank you, Miss E, for bringing that up. I've got it's a place called Queen Bee Boutiques, and it's doing really, really well. But they're allowing me to. I've got a display booth and trying to sell some paintings that people are interested, and it's doing pretty well. Thank you for bringing that up. I forgot about that.
And you're
You
going to
also
start.
have a
You're
website.
going to start teaching some oil painting things going on there too.
They've got a classroom, and they said I can use it anytime I want. So I've been brushing up my teaching skills, and I think I'm going to start this month actually offering a beginner Bob Ross style oil painting class.
Yeah, the
How do we
20-year
get in touch for
the
that?
20-year teacher veteran has to brush up on his teaching skills. So it's just showing you the humility that's over here and the humbleness of this person. And I'm just very, very proud of you, Coach. And every single one of those paintings I have seen you paint, and it's just been amazing to watch your journey. And you put up with my Pink Floydness. I don't know which one of us is the bigger geek. Like, you might be, but like by this much.
Just a little bit.
Do we have
Right,
to keep
Laura,
talking about
we-
Floyd? Do we really?
Well,
Laura
at least it
and I
isn't
have to
Mama.
endure it, you know.
Yeah.
Coach, do you have a favorite color, Coach?
Probably red. I was born and raised in Nebraska, so I've always been a big red fan. So I would probably say red.
So red hearts it is tonight, guys. For those of you that know what we're talking about, we would appreciate red hearts.
Also, if you want to purchase any of Coach's amazing artwork, it's CoachAbleyPaints.com.
CoachAbleyPaints.com. I've got a picture of. I've
That's
got
the
a
only
picture
time you'll
of.
hear me say his name right, just to let you know.
I appreciate that. I've got a picture of every painting I've ever done on there. I'm getting close to 400. I think I'm up to like number 386. Oh, thank you, everybody. 386 paintings, and I got a picture of every single one of them on the website there.
You know, he also did his very first practice class to teach. And his very own daughter was a part of that, and she did magnificent like her daddy.
Yeah.
I got it up on the wall.
Hell yeah.
That was
That's awesome.
her.
Thank y'all for the hearts, y'all. Thank y'all. That's awesome.
That was her first ever oil painting. Right.
Look at that.
There. That one.
Your little girl?
Wow.
Little girl.
Damn
She's
it,
painted with
man.
me too. The coach and because when I was doing the paint parties on Tippy Top when I first started, Coach and we both painted a gnome or
A
something.
gnome. Yep.
Yeah.
A gnome.
Coach, you got a stream of hearts going, man. These people
I
love
see
you.
that.
Yeah,
That's
it's been
absolutely
going.
amazing. Absolutely amazing. I see them keep going by. That's just.
That's
And
awesome, man.
all deserved. All deserved. You're gonna take months to answer all your fan mail, sir.
Well, this has
So we
just
got-
been.
CoachAbleyPaints.com is one way to get in touch with you. How else do they catch up with you, Coach? If somebody wanted to get up,
That
with
would probably
you
be the
about
best way.
guitar
Coach Abley Paints at gmail.com is my email. That's probably the best way. If you see anything that you like or you want to chat or you want to do whatever, that's probably the best way is just through that email or through the website. I do have a YouTube channel, Coach Abley Paints. I've got the YouTube channel for Minecraft, Coach Abley Plays Minecraft.
That's
But-
just not right, Mick D. That's just not right.
I know.
But the probably the best way is through the website, CoachAbleyPaints.com.
Stop.
Get it, Coach. Where's your
Ash,
mom
do you
at?
have your doll? Is there anybody that has a doll that they would like to hold up for E?
No. Ash,
Who-
don't you
and
dare.
who has-
Bad.
Ash.
I feel bad.
Ash.
I did
Loves
Who
that
has
to her
the dolls?
twice
Loves the
last night.
dolls.
Oh, God. Ah. I don't like any of you right now.
They one of the last times that we all painted together, me and Coach did it at almost the same time, and they called us the Bobble Gangers. The Bobble Gangers.
That's not right. I have literal, like, I can't even. Will you stop, Coach?
E, did you see Ash had his out too? E?
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Yeah.
Yes. It's just not right. I do not do jump scares very well, and these knuckleheads. I'm doing something painting, and then Coach will turn around and say, "Oh, hey, Laura, look at those mountains." And I go to look at the screen at mountains, and all of a sudden I've got bobbleheads in my face. And
It's not funny at all, y'all. It's not funny
No,
at all. Not
it's
one
Not
bit.
at
no,
all.
it's not. It's not like it's scream and
it's
then
very,
curse and then yeah, it's just all.
it's like
I'm
immature
sorry.
grade school stuff, but we love it.
Yeah, it's so immature that MC cut his Bob off of a Bob Ross packaging and homemade one. That's how
Yeah,
immature
mine's
it is.
homemade. He rides
Almost
a
like
red line.
almost like
still
somebody
love it.
spent the last 22 years around middle school kids, huh?
Yeah, it's just terrible. Yeah.
There might be subtle
Yeah.
signs.
Jin's not innocent, Vicky. He's not innocent. Somebody's an 8-year-old. I want to know how you got those beads, Jin. What did you do to get those beads?
All kinds
His
of
left one's a
all
little
kinds
smaller
of
than his
things.
right one.
Eve, I can't.
He still gets
his children, his students are watching this show potentially, and I just can't talk about that, Eve.
Eve, I'll tell
It's
you
a little,
later.
it's a little trick Chad showed me.
He just threw you under the bus, Chad. He was like, "Oh,
It's a little
Chad."
trick Chad showed me. You
give him
got to have
credit.
your shoes off to do it, though.
Really?
How
You
else
gotta be
did you wrap your
barefooted.
toes? Never mind. Never mind.
Because you're going to be curling those toes. Muter.
God,
No
you're
way.
terrible. You're absolutely terrible.
I
But-
did mute her once, and she was still able to talk.
When you go away, I'll be talking again.
So, do any of you good folks have anything else you'd like to say about this poor man over here that we've been harassing for an hour and a half now?
I'd just like to say that
I
it's been an amazing journey with you, Coach, and I can't wait for more. So I'm very
Well
blessed to have
said.
you as a friend.
Well said. Yep. Thank you guys so much. I would not be here without you three 100%. 100%.
Well, I'm
I
glad
would
I'm
not
on the
be-
journey with you, Coach. I really, that's awesome, and you've made it that way. I appreciate it.
This April will be 2 years since my sister passed away. And last April on the first anniversary, I was really down. And Coach just took it upon himself to start painting a paint. He's going to need to change the oil soon. He took it upon himself to start painting a painting for me, and he ended up doing
That's just
2
not
of
right.
them and told me
Yeah.
to choose which one I wanted. And it's literally an angel in the clouds representing my
Wow.
sister that passed.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Awesome,
Yeah, Coach.
awesome, Coach.
No,
And I really hope that, Matt, the amount of support that you give to us, I hope you feel it tenfold back from us.
Yeah,
even if you do wag
Absolutely.
your bobblehead around.
I
I meant your
Absolutely.
bobblehead.
Especially
Absolutely.
because you wave the bobblehead around, okay?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
MC was saying in his interview yesterday morning, we're all quirky. We got to stick together.
100%. Absolutely.
And we
You
love
guys
you.
Got that right.
You're amazing. Sorry, I got a cat hair in my eye, but
Yeah, it's just a little shadow hair going on. So he's
Y'all are definitely a family affair, that's for sure. That's it. That's
We're a
a
hot
thing.
mess.
That's a thing. That's definitely a thing. And,
Children.
I had the opportunity.
What up?
I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to get to speak to you guys, and when I get to speak to you, y'all all just spend your time talking about each other, and that's just it's wonderful. Actually, it's kind of cool. Except for Eve, she just talks about herself all the time. But
I'm an ass. I already know it.
Imagine if you had that racket coming out of your beard all the time.
I know.
My name is Steve, and I'm talking about Steve.
absolutely. All the people that are in here, we've got so much support. It's like I said, it would be it would be a weird experience to not have the community that we have. I don't think I would enjoy it as much. I really don't. It's an amazing community that just is nothing but supportive and just amazing people.
Yeah, man. There's something about being a creator and being able to share that with other people, you know, that journey and that final result. So I'm 100% in, man. I agree with you. And you know, the content of your character is always demonstrated in the people you surround yourself with. I mean, it really is. And that's something, you know, you tell kids in school. But the truth is, in my times of my life when I looked around and things weren't going right, it often had to do with the fact that, I needed to reassess. So hats off to you, man. The people that care about you absolutely 100% care about you. And you've obviously earned that from them. So, man, it was an absolute honor to have you on here. And I know we could do another hour and a half because you got so much cool stuff, man. So much art that you can show us, and
I've actually got a couple other things I didn't even scratch the surface on, so I'll write them down. And I can't thank you enough for having me on here again. This has been just such an amazing to know that this many people could show up and hang out with us for a while to hear me babble on about what I do is just very, very humbling. I don't know how else to say it.
You've got some cool stuff coming up, so I have a feeling that we're going to have you on here. We even had Eve on more than once, and if we can have Eve on more than once, then we can certainly have you on more than once.
That's commonly what's referred to as glutton for punishment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach, but I sincerely, man, you have my number. If you ever need anything, man, along that journey, you hit me up. I'll do the best I can. When you've got stuff going on, let us know so that we can shout you out, so we can make sure that we let folks know. Please go to CoachAbleyPaints.com or at gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with him. He is into a lot of different stuff, and he's a busy man, but
he goes live from his shows. So
yeah, the band stuff.
Yep.
So make sure you send us that stuff so we know, Coach, so we can put it out there, especially when we're in town, when we're in our normal. But thank you for coming on, man. I know Chad had a couple announcements he wanted to close out with tonight. We need to talk about our buddy Zach and what Zach's got going on.
Yes.
But Coach, I really appreciate you coming on, man, and you are one hell of an amazing dude. And thank you,
Chad.
man.
Thank you. Welcome back, Ashman. Thank you so much. Again, this is, like I said, I'm going to be talking about this for the next 3 weeks to my kid. This has been awesome. I can't wait to go tell the story of what a night. I can't thank you enough.
We tried to keep it clean for him, man. We tried to get.
Absolutely.
I got the heads up warning. Like to listen to you.
I'm the only one that said a curse word on the whole show twice.
Wasn't me this time.
No, thank you. I don't know what else to say. I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, it was our honor to have you, sir. Please hang with us. If you got the time for just a couple minutes, and we got a buddy named Zach that's got some stuff going on, and Chad's going to be involved in it, and we wanted to make sure to get some copies so they've got some content that they can use.
Yes. Well, here's the thing, guys. My homie Zach is doing something amazing. March 29th, the brand new gallery, Jenner and oh my gosh, I just totally blanked while I'm talking about it. The Jenner Wright Art Gallery will be opening March 29th. It's just south of Colorado Springs, Colorado. There are going to be a lot of familiar artists to you that will be displayed in there. That being said, artists, if you have been speaking with anyone about getting art into this already, we please need you to go over and check out the content on Zach's page that will show you need to be hitting up the email so you can be getting in on the list. Even if you are in contact with him otherwise, please make sure that you email to that email address and give them the information that they're asking for. It's all there on his profile. It's really easy to find. I'm really excited about that, Kira. I actually spoke with him about that today. So that being said, Kira, I need to talk to you on the phone actually in the next, maybe tomorrow if you have free time. For the grand opening, March 29th, yours truly will have a sculpture, which I've been told is going to be the centerpiece of the grand opening. Thank you, universe. And I will also be sending out 4 paintings. So I'm going to have 4 paintings and a sculpture for the grand opening on the 29th. I know that they just hooked up with another art collaboration, so they're expecting hundreds of people to show up. They just got all of the paperwork through to shut down the entire street in front of the place. So there will be artists from like Pueblo, Colorado, and everywhere, all coming in, all doing a bunch of art right there on the street. And you probably are guessing we're going to do a live event. I bet we are. So we're going to do a live event for the Jenner Wright Art Gallery. Grand opening, March 29th. If you guys can be there, great. If you can't, be here. That'll be awesome. And I would like to tell you that at the moment, as soon as that opens, that will be the one and only place currently that you can go check out my artwork live in person. You can go and look at it with your own eyeballs.
Is this in Missouri?
No, it is in Colorado. It is just south of Colorado Springs. I'm totally blanking on the name of the city, but I know I have a lot of people in Colorado Springs, and it's just south of that. So I think it's like an hour or so just south of Colorado Springs. It's the Jenner Wright Gallery. So make sure to go over and check out
Coach
Zach.
is down there, right? He can hear you. And if he puts an entry in, you're not going to be in there anymore.
Go do it.
Just kidding.
Kira, you should. I would like to make it for the grand opening. I don't believe that's going to happen. It's not Pueblo. It's, oh my gosh. I believe it's like an hour and a half south of Colorado Springs. I haven't sent all the stuff off. As a matter of fact, 3 out of the 4 pieces that I'm sending have not even had their Gamvar finishing coat. So I was showing them to him to let him pick through what's going to be sent, and they haven't even been finished yet. So there's going to be some content coming out of me, you know, putting the HD sauce on some paintings. And yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna really tell you guys what all's gonna be there or not. So maybe you just gotta tune in and see what's gonna be there. But I will tell you it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have multiple pieces, and a lot of people like Kira Wilson Art will have art in that gallery. So please make sure you guys are tuned into that. It would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to Zach. It would mean a lot to all the artists that are going in on it. He's really doing a lot of really good things for artists that are right at the precipice. Or people who have put in a ton of work and just need that little extra push. I'm one of those people, okay? He's really, really doing that. And I will even tell you, like, the contracts and the percentages that he's working with are so inviting and helpful to artists that there's not even a comparison in what other galleries are offering and what he's offering as far as that kind of stuff goes. So if you guys are sending him stuff, make sure that you hit up that email. And make sure to be ready on the 29th because we are going to have a live. It's going to be on a Saturday, I believe, and it should be off the hook. There's going to be tons of artists doing all sorts of cool stuff. So I think that's all I have to say, but I'm really excited about the whole thing. So you guys make sure you add Zach if you're not already following him.
Turn on your notifications for Chad Rev Art because he'll be putting stuff out, and I'm sure he'll send it to me, and I'll put it out as well. Ashman's good about doing the same thing. And poor Coach, he's just trapped down there because he was the guest on the show, and now we're doing announcements. He's like, this is bullshit. I got things to go do. Chad, thank you, brother. Appreciate you taking the time to share that with us. Congratulations for you, sir, are in order. Because you can't help it. You're just a bona fide badass, but, you know, it is what it is.
Well, you know.
Ashman, do you have any announcements, sir? Well, I know that you have Genteel Poverty going on. You got Ashman's Basic Art Show. Tell us about some of that stuff real quick.
Yeah, Genteel Poverty. I just uploaded the newest Weaponized Hope this morning. After I hung out for some reason, with Eve all night over on another platform.
Oh, my.
It was long.
She gets around, doesn't she? Every time I run into somebody, they hung out with Eve all night.
Gets around.
We had fun, though. And you can catch my stuff on Ashman's Basic Art Store. And, of course, we have the favorited app where we do the Low Orbit Lounge. And that's every Thursday at 6 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern. So I'm in Arizona.
7 o'clock Central. And I'm back on the low orbit with you sexy gentlemen.
You are, and it's
very excited about that.
And also, I just wanted to say I hope Mrs. Ginn gets better soon.
Yes. Send our love to her, as the big loves to her, man, for real.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it sucks.
Get her some Sprite and get her some chicken noodle soup, and
we're about to do that here in just a few minutes. Yeah. Poor thing. I hate that she's feeling bad, though. We've been having a good time, but she must have ate something or something. She's feeling pretty bad today.
My wife tends to get sick like once every time we go on vacation somewhere. I think it's just par for the course.
We came here 21 years ago and got married when we were here the last time, and she spent about 24 hours throwing up then, too.
Homie, I want to take a second here. Let's just pause right there. I know we're over the clock. You said how many? 21 years?
I'm married. We've been together way longer than that, but we've been legally married for 21.
Congratulations, dude. And I know I probably told you this privately, but there are so few marriages that last. And it's so inspiring and wonderful to see those that do. So,
thanks,
man, congratulations
she's amazing,
to you.
She does all the work, man. She's amazing. But you know, Chad, you know.
I know. I got one of those.
She's amazing. Well, Coach, special thanks to you, man. Really appreciate you doing this, especially given the circumstance that I'm not even home. I'm in Vegas. And it's Mardi Gras Day, and instead of being in New Orleans, here I am. But happy Mardi Gras to everyone. My favorite holiday. I missed it again this year, but that's all right. We had fun. And special thanks to Ashman for always coming through. That dude's professional on every level. So good to have my brother, Chad Art, back. Anybody who don't like that can go jump in a creek. And Coach, thank you so much for doing this, man. You are a real class act. And your art is amazing, and I look forward to what you do next, sir.
I appreciate it. Very amazing night. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Glad to hear it. Thank you, everybody. I'm actually going to go and spend some time and see if I can go get some chicken noodle soup. And so y'all might not see me for another day or two. I'll be traveling again on Thursday. I don't know if I'll make it to the Low Orbit Lounge. I was able to make it this last time because our flight was a little ahead of schedule. I don't know what's going to happen on the way home. I'm not supposed to get home until like 2 hours after the show. So anyway, y'all check out Ashman and Chad Rev Art. They'll be over there on the Averdid app. And most Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, you can catch me and Ashman, and we're going to start bugging Chad into joining us sometime. Late night over on the Big O app. And thank you, everybody, for coming in, for supporting us, for supporting Coach. This show is all about that. It's about supporting each other and about highlighting amazing people like Coach. So thanks, everybody that came in. If I didn't mention your name, please forgive me. I'm happy that you were here, though, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Chad, good to have you back, my brother.
Brother, it's good to be back.
Y'all have a wonderful night, guys. Take care. Thank you so much, Coach. You're an amazing man. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Big
awesome
love,
night.
everybody.
Take
Yes,
care,
thank
everybody.
you.
Even you, Eve. Good night, Eve.